Hey guys, welcome back to the final act of the V Rising story. Today we embark on our first steps into Silverlight biome. This whole new area is where the final journey takes place. A lot of dangerous enemies lurk here, constantly wanting to kill me. We made our way here to enter the sacred silver mines for that raw Oregon. While exploring the mines, I come across this strange hole in the wall. Given no option to transform, I have to kill off my mind-controlled prisoner. Now with that deed done, it's time to become a rat to sneak my way in. Seems to be this area gives you an achievement just for exploring it. We next cut away to me escaping this mines with full bags of silver ore to the point it's killing me slowly. I next come back home only to see my servants killing mutated rats for me, so I go to help them out. I leave them be to kill, having more pressing matters with putting all the silver ore inside the furnace. Then I realize that I'm missing one ingredient to smelt the bars. That being spectral dust. Having done all those menial tasks, we cut away to the first boss battle of Act 4. Sid Mangus the Overseer. As you guys have seen, my first strike was a failure. But now I can start the real battle. Sir Mangus is a fan of the frost spell tree, leaving so many ice boulders for me to deal with, and shooting frost waves whenever he gets any chance. The only problem in this fight, to be honest, is just getting the frozen debuff, leaving me stuck in one place for long.
My cause is just. I hope you get the point! You like snow cones?
Here we go, the last trick up his sleeve, the signature ice block move, which slowly heals him. Just gotta make sure to burst him down as fast as I can to negate any long-term HP recovery.
On guard! To an icy grave. This is my duty! Taste my steel! To an icy grave! My cause is just. I like it chilly. Hope you get the point. For the light. Have at you! You will fall by my hand! The light will come for you.
Our first victory is claimed, giving me the first step towards making in-game. Having so much time on hand, I make my way over to the winery to kill Baron Dubuchin the Sommelier. This man has such a long unnecessary name. To add to this, he's always constantly drinking wine. Guess we gotta fight him while he's drunk. The fight mainly boils down to playing the first Donkey Kong game and avoiding every single barrel, or end up getting flattened and unable to move. Seems we gotta play game within another game. As a side tip, seems the Baron can't attack if his own barrels come in. Seeing he does a mini jump during the animation. Other than that, the barrels are the main problem this fight.
Stop trying to hit me and just hit me! En garde! I do my best work, little chief. Like this! Come, embarrass yourself! Have a taste.
Apparently, I took so long that the furniture started spawning back in. Look at this dark magic happening before your very eyes.
Bottoms up! Don't wash the mouth. Wash the hands. Oh, yeah. Have a taste. Hunger. Show me your dance moves. Ha ha ha. How's this for flavor? Ha ha. Let's dance. Have a taste. How's this for flavor? You just hit me. Like this. Come in battle, said. Ha ha ha. Did you get the system? Or am I seeing of have a taste? How's this for a flavor? Oh, yeah. Stop trying to hit me and just hit me. The toast to you. This is your last. How's this for flavor? Ha ha!
Now we no longer have to play this Donkey Kong game with him having landed the killing strike. I next look up the rewards we learn, finally getting my hand on the next jewel upgrade and Blood Merlot flask. Huge game changes for the next stage of the game. A few days later I rearrange everything around the base, moving the prison rooms to the right side and tailoring room the left, given the cages take up the most space. I am aware I can make a second floor, but choose not to since I want everything all in one single floor. We next start taking blood stock from our prisoner, given I have unlocked the Blood Merlot. Next up, a look at the new tailoring room. Pretty spacious open floor. Here is a quick tour around the base, starting off with the front yard being all about that flower production. Next up, the servant/mob farming room and teleporter all bundled in one. Here we are in the main entry hall of the castle, to the right wood production and stone workshop. To the left, the smithy workshop room where all the weapons get made. Followed by jewel crafting station. The all-new tailor room for armor production. Next, the alchemy workshop where all the magic and science happen. Lastly, the new prison cells where our happy new servants lie and wait to have their blood sucked dry. With the tour over, I make my way to making the new Blood Merlot necklace. Seeing the stat changes, it's definitely a better version than our old one. Next up, the smithy room, making the new dark silver mace to help mine rarer resources. While I'm here, I upgrade the ancestral scythe to the next stage. The weapon is now level 23, giving 4.4 more physical power. I now move on to hunting down Morian, the Stormwing matriarch. Here we are at Stormwing's mountain nest. I set up by drinking the high brute blood. The battle today is gonna be a tough one. We start off with our signature ball of lighting / Reaper spin attack combo. And then dish out a huge burst of everything else. She is now going into her untargetable phase, leaving me to deal with her lackeys. While in the background she does these nose dive attacks for me to dodge. Now comes the second phase, her spin to win move. Not gonna lie, these feathers seem to have some kind of heat-seeking mechanic. our giant laser blood beam, this boss stands no chance of winning. So far our journey of rushing bosses through Act 4 is going smoothly. Here is the list of things we unlocked for the battle. Nothing great, but as long as we are done with that we move on. Zooming on over to the Emberleaf Grove home to Merwin the Elementalist. I feel our luck at its peak, so I attempt this fight first try.
I am the fire that will cleanse Mardor, beginning with you.
First round of problems lies on our use of all elements of magic. Starting off with Fire Tornado / Fireball Spewer. Then followed by Frost Spears. Nothing I hate more than being crowd controlled for 3 seconds, unable to do anything. Third comes the damn lightning balls of death. Once half HP, this lady spawns a shadow clone just like in Naruto, giving me 2 opponents to face. To add as well, the clone can use the same spells she has used. Here comes the Ice Block spell along with her giant Fire of Death, shooting fireballs every second. And just like that, our ultimate saves the day, ending the fight once again. Seems to be we have unlocked Tier 4 gem, making a huge game changer for spell passives. I next queue up Henry Blackbrew, the Doctor's Blood Trail. I soon arrive to the Madman's laboratory, starting off with all the burst damage one can do. The fight just comes down to avoiding every laser that comes along, and not hitting this man's counter spell. Enjoy the rest of the fight.
Try me now. Marvel at my genius! The power of God at my feet. At your peril. Behold the fruit of science. Strike me now. Doctor of science. Behold the fruits of science. Behold my work! The fruits of genius! Try me now. The power of God at my feet.
Now on to the last phase, leaving the doctor position in the middle. He pulses out a knockback wave pushing me close to the electric beams, but to be honest it's easy to dodge them. Other than that, this fight isn't really that much at the end of the day.
Behold, the fruit of science! At your peril. Not magic, but science. The storm set my fingertips! How brilliant! Let me now. You know not what you have done.
Another victory royale for us. The Mad Doctor has been put to rest. We have now obtained the last study needed to learn Act 4 books. The Athenaeum and schematic paper. Next I place the new study down, completing our library room. Then learn all these books that have been sitting on my shelf for days. We skip on to the next boss fight with Mark of the Curse Weaver. This boss loves to summon his mosquito friends to annoy my day. Along with making multiple poison pools on the floor, limiting my area around the arena. Here we go, mark a special polymorph spell which ends up turning me into a little plump piggy. Gotta run around like a madman to live. Now on to the last phase, leaving the Curse Weaver into an invulnerable state and summoning exploding curse mosquitoes. After landing the finishing blow, Marka can now be marked off our kill list. Once gaining these swamp powers, I have a look into our new tailoring recipes. Now I can make the next tier of armor sets. A couple of in-game days later, we skip on over to the next boss battle with a man named Azariel the Sunbringer. First things first, gotta make sure I have the holy protection needed to enter this holy ground area. With that out of the way, holy damage shouldn't be a problem. Once inside, I hear the bell marking at high noon in the game, so it's time for this final battle. So it seems Azariel here has long-range holy beam turrets set up around the church, leaving me to fight him and the beams at the same time. To add to this, he always summons a paladin healer to help him out. On the bright side, the man moves at the speed of a turtle, so his mobility shouldn't be an issue. Just all the long-range projectiles he shoots out. Now comes along his trusty shield turret. If I don't kill it, he's just gonna keep getting constant shields for the fight.
You can still surrender. Witness the power of faith. This is necessary. You can still surrender. Witness the power of faith. Perhaps this is necessary.
To my surprise, I see the Azariel here sprinting like Usain Bolt out of nowhere. Guess he's been hitting the gym in secret.
Witness the power of faith. You can still surrender.
Gotta say the Scythe and Lightning Bolt combo hit like a truck on stationary targets.
Still rethink this.
Just my luck, a free purple weapon pops out of this man's
Taste of
body.
knowledge.
But sadly it's a crossbow. I knew things were too good to be true. The next night, I make the last pieces of my Maleficar Scholar set. We zoom in to have the final look, making me appear like a royal vampire mage. After that I make the first Sanguine sword for future garden work. Now pushing the gear score to 82. Heading back to the teleporter room, we track down Votatia the Power Master. On attempt 3 we get our final battle with Votatia. To start off, she has a giant laser beam attack that does huge damage, so it's best to always avoid it.
Get over here and help you.
Next comes up the summoning of allies to aid her, not really much of threat to be honest. Now that she is in her last phase, this lady is gonna start spawning in a clone that also can use all of her spells. It seems to me I found a safe spot to dodge the laser beam since the spell doesn't go down the stairs.
You're gonna regret not wearing protection.
And with that, our finishing blow kills her off. Now I'm able to make charged battery resource, granting me the item needed to make in-game things. Once I head home, I feel it's time to eat this strange mushroom for that in-game achievement. I soon start to feel a little bit trippy after eating it. The whole screen starts to feel distorted. Here is a sped-up clip of the effects. Man, these shrooms do hit hard. We now cut away to Terror Claw, the Orge boss battle. This fight took me a while to get the hang of, but once you learn the mechanics, it's not that hard to deal with. He spawns ice rocks around the field along with long-range attacks. Here comes the most dangerous attack, his Ice Spear throw. It's best to always dodge this. Now comes the real part of the battle, changing his cone attack into a heat-seeking attack. To counter this, it's best to hide behind the ice rocks on the arena. Once we kill him, I'm glad to be over with that fight. I really don't want to fight this monster again on Brutal unless I'm overgeared. I now unlock the last tannery upgraded, letting me make high-end leather, which will be used at the end of the game. We cut away to base to make our new amulet of the unyielding charger. My purpose on choosing this one is all due to the bonus of 8% move speed. When it comes to boss fight, my build is lacking speed in order to dodge specific mechanics. With that over, I hunt down Simon Belmont, the greatest vampire hunter there ever was. The fight was a real challenge, but due to him being a roaming boss, that helps me kite him to more favorable spots. Enjoy the rest of the fight.
Evil dies today. My whip is a torch that lights the path to your demise. I vanquish the darkness. Have at you. Evil dies today. Have at you. My axe vanquishes evil.
Alright guys, what you're about to see is the most overpowered spell in the game for a boss to have. But thanks to me cheesing him with stairs, I hard countered it, leaving me free to cast all the spells I can on him. I forgot to mention this holy laser beam attack is also healing the man.
By the Belmont name, I will vanquish you! I'll cut you down! Your end descends! Behold, flex and blades! There is no escape from judgment! No monster can escape a Belmont's justice! Ancestors guide my axe!
To be honest, if I fought Simon out in the open, he for sure would take several attempts. So cheesing him like this is the best way to kill him. With the vampire hunter no more, I have claimed the life of the greatest Belmont. We are going to be cutting to back-to-back boss fights, so this fight with Lord Styx the Knight Champion is going to be sped up 2 times. The fight was mostly me line of sighting the boss while casting ranged spells, so it took quite some time. All the spells he uses hurt like a truck, so I found this the greatest odds of beating him.
Your fate actually shows. Bow to the everlasting. Little rat, I can teach you a secret. This is blood mastery. Your resistance is futile. I fight for the will. Your resistance is futile. Bow to the everlasting. This is your end. This is blood mastery. Little rat, I can teach you a secret. Bow to the everlasting night. Your fate actually shows.
elevator's actually shut. This is bloodbath. So this is what it's like.
Now that Lord Styx is dead, I can now make purple or higher tier weapons, which will serve as the final endgame set to kill Dracula. To add, we can now fly with our new bat form, a major game changer. Just taking in all the scenery. Okay, on to the next boss, Gore Crusher the Behemoth. It seems the devs choose to let this boss now roam around the cursed forest, making this fight a lot easier to do, thanks to all the trees and rocks. Gore Crusher here likes to use a lot of melee moves in the first phase, starting with a huge pummel wave attack. Next up, using the antlers to ram anything in its way. Now comes the Spurt Dimension phase, allowing Gore here to summon Spurt Beast to aid in battle.
Have a look.
I'm starting to see a recurring theme among these Act 4 boss, that being the constant use of summoning a clone of themselves. Well, thanks to all my spamming and dodging, my victory was secured with ease. With Gore Crusher dead, I can learn the last illusion spell, thus completing the entire tree. Plus get these leather items to make. Once home, I upgrade the castle heart to the final level.
The castle heart grows even greater.
Now we have reached the final pinnacle form of our base, giving the Eye of Twilight Station. The function of this machine is just to tell me where the raid boss shards are located. It doesn't really serve much in single player, but in multiplayer PvP it's really useful. With that out of the way, our final quest left is to kill Dracula, Lord of the Night. We now head on over to the last basic bosses, named General Valencia the Depraved. In this fight, I finally get to use the first legendary weapon, I found that being the crossbow. Throughout my grinding of rifts, this was the only legendary I can get my hands on. Surprisingly, this bow's stats are all centered around spellcasting, so it's a good fit for my magic class. Now back to the fight. It's best to kill her Crimson Maiden, seeing the damn thing can lock the player inside it, dealing big damage.
Let us set the stage! The shadows dance to the rhythm of your demise! Feel your blood for me!
Not to toot my own horn, but this crossbow gave me the greatest power leap needed to make the fight child's play. Now that she's dead, there only lies 4 final raid bosses left to beat the game. This is it, guys, the first raid boss, Solaris the Immaculate. This took me several attempts, so here is the final cut. The Holy Knight likes to spam several long-range holy spell combined with heavy-hitting melee attacks. Now comes the bullet hell mode of Holy Light. Though it also leaves him in one spot, perfect for my spam spell tactic. He soon summons a light angel to aid in making this fight a 2v1. Now comes phase 2, where I must kill his holy angel since he popped the immunity shield. Now the angel is going to the last phase, turning into a corrupted demon. The battle is now over, making this the first raid boss to go down.
Can't be. Now you're supposed to be dead.
Not even a renowned Holy Knight is a match for our power.
Knowledge.
Would you look at that, the first shard of power along with the Onyx gem. Just looking at these stats, the amulet has some interesting powers to it, changing my ultimate to a fallen angel. We now move on to the next battle raid. Today Talzar the Winged Horror is our target. This only took 2 tries, believe it or not, compared to the last boss. Our battle comes to a start with chaos orbs flying towards us. Then followed up by ice magic. Talzar here loves to spam his chaos breath whenever he gets a chance, leaving him unable to be hit during this phase. Next comes up is Fly, by aided with these damn crows. They aren't much of a threat, but do tend to get in the way. Well, in my attempts to kill off the birds, I get a straight hit with an ice beam, leaving me unable to move. While spamming these spells, it seems to have angered him, making the next moves he does these ice storms. Not sure what ended him there, but I think it was the Chaos Fire. We are on a winning streak, having 2 kills under my belt now.
Acquired. Lovely.
The night after that, I go to the altar of Stygian to finalize the last passives. We need to complete the altar. With that over, I can now say we have unlocked everything we need to beat the last 2 bosses. As a side note, this took several grinding of blood ritual just to get all the shards needed to do this. Before embarking on the Gloomrot raid, I make some EMP grenades to open up the doors. Here we are, the front gates of Adam's home. Time to bust open these gates and invade this private property. Now looking back at this recording, I think I could have just flew over the gate. Oh well. Next up, the last door. For sure I can't fly over this thing. This is it, guys, the lever to begin the final battle with Adam the Firstborn.
This day was inevitable. Bow before me.
Okay, so it seems people had a real tough time beating Adam, seeing it took multiple attempts for them, but for some reason it only took 1 attempt for me. It could also be because when I did this fight they did a small balance patch, so that could be it. I try to start off by breaking the electric beam machines, but it seems on brutal they are way too tanky to break, so I leave them be.
From me, worm! This is only a fraction of my power! Of my power.
Now comes the final phase where he now resurrects himself for the final battle.
Witness perfection.
This part here scared me the most, seeing I was literally cornered with 2 lightning beams heading towards me. He is lighting no more, having cut off his power, rendering the man dead. Gotta say, Adam the Firstborn was something else, but he could not defeat me in today's battle. That now leaves us with the final big bad boss, Dracula. Alright guys, this is the final battle against Dracula. This very fight took 20 plus attempts just to kill him. Enjoy the fight, as I'm not gonna comment this fight.
I will not tolerate this delay. You will learn to obey. Fear will not save you. Gaze into the mouth of the vampiric vortex. I am the darkness that devours all. Delicious bloodshed. No mercy for the weak. A vortex of blood where all things end. You are a shadow, an imitation. This is what it means to be king. I am the immortal king. Darkness comes to claim you. Is it the end? I crave to taste your blood. Feel the bloodstorm's tide! The ground weeps sanguine tears! I am the master of blood and shadow! Flee will not save you. Endless hatred. Feel the bloodstorm's tide. I am the harbinger of your demise within the mist unseen. The ground weeps sanguine tears. Kneel to my dominion. I hunger for vengeance. This is the end! No! Impossible! You think you can defeat me? I am inevitable! forever. Impossible! How can my own powers betray me? I am the master of blood and shadows! Flee from your inevitable demise! I am the master of blood and shadows! Witness the might of the true immortal king! Defeated by my own power. There could be no other way.
Knowledge acquired.
The final encounter with Dracula is now over. I have now beaten every single boss in V Rising Brutal difficulty. As my parting words for those watching this game was a lot of fun to play, especially in Brutal mode. I suggest anyone looking to pick up the game to give it a try. Thanks for sticking till the end, everyone. Have a good day and goodbye.